G'day folks. Well, after our little mowing session at that place in the last video, I'm going to go back today. It's a week later and cut it with something a little bit finer, but we haven't got a mower at the moment because I've sold everything that was good. This has been sitting in the way in the shed for God knows how long. I don't even know what the hell was wrong with it. Anyway, I'm going to drag all the parts outside where there's some better lighting and see what we can make of it. Alright, give it a quick degrease and get into it. See what parts I've lost. See my own project. Get done when I'm ready. Like if it's a customer's draw something, I'll do it straight away, but meh, whatever. This old beast will run alright. We're gonna have trust in that carburetor? Probably not. I just don't want to try and get that primer sealed against from the plastic air housing to the carby if I don't have to. Usually they go alright, and then sometimes you get a real pig of one that just doesn't want to seal. But anyhow, we're just going to just see how it goes as it is and pull it apart and clean it later if need be. Alright, all clean. Let's just bang this starter on. We'll give it a little bit of prime and see if it pops off. I'll better check the oil as well. Hey, check the oil. Oh, it's overfull on that side and under there, so that'll be good enough for a test start. Just putting some something flammable in the carb. So we'll get you guys set up on a tripod. Find something that burns and see if it lights off. Alright. Just use a little bit of grease to light it off. Throttle cable's a bit crap. So apparently, even though this has been sitting in the shed for a good year or so, there was still fuel left in that carb when it got pulled apart, and the carb still seems to work. So we'll get this fuel tank on, warm it up a bit and give the oil a bit of a change and a flush, and give it a good sort of once over, check over and go mow some grass. So when I pull things apart, I usually just chuck everything in an ice cream container. I've got the back 10-pound bolt for that, but I've somehow lost, or it never had the little spacer. I'll go and find one out of a wreck in a minute. And also, this is what I'm talking about. The primer's already not working. When you prime it, it is, can't see it now, leaking air out between this filter housing and the carb. These warp. You can sometimes try and get away with doubling up the gasket and fiddling around with how tight it is. You don't want to over tighten it, you'll warp it more, but you do need that pressure there to seal it. So I'll pull it apart and see what I can't make work. Rightio, let's see what nasties come out. We'll give it a minute. So there wasn't a lot in there, and what come out of there was dark. So what we're going to do is a quick engine flush. Some people might arc up about this. So I've got some diesel. The diesel still has properties of lubricant. It's just very, very thin. So now what I'm going to do is actually just start it up and run it for a minute, just to stir everything up after I put some fuel in, and then we'll dump it out again. I've done this a lot of times. It doesn't seem to hurt anything, but it gets most of the shit out of there, eh? Ah, yeah, it's got it out of there. Looks like there's a little bit of metal, a lot of carbon, nothing too crazy, but quickest way to flush it out of there. Right, let's have a look at the blades while we've got it on the side. We're not going to pretend that someone didn't put Victor mulching blades, 18-inch ones, on a masport. Easy fixed anyway. And also, they've busted their blade adapter in the past and just shoved it back together. That's been broken for a long time. We'll get this off. I think I've got a spare. We're all good. Probably could be using the third leg on this one. You get the picture. They'll cut a little bit better. All right, chuck in some actual oil now. I've measured this out, it's about 550 mils, which is a good starting point. They take about 600. And you don't always get all the old stuff out either, so, you know, give or take, we'll give it a bit of a run and then just recheck our level. It's not too low to run, so. Air filter, governor cover, or whatever you want to call it. And I think we're done here. Righto, all together. Got the car started, cooling down, so let's get him loaded up and get going. So, I went and done a couple of quick test strips out the front of this property with it. Goes perfectly fine. Here's the backyard we done last week. It's still looking pretty ragged. So anyway, we might find something to tie this flap open a little bit with and give her a proper hit. pretty sure she passed the test. Might see how it looks in a week and come back with another one, and even bring the whippersnipper over and fix some of these edges up. So all that's left to do is just replace this throttle cable and clean it again and put it on Marketplace. Thanks for watching.